Here are some of the key learning objectives of this module. First, you will learn all about what pfSense is, its key features, advantages, and why it's such a great tool. Next, you'll go through a series of demonstrations that will give you a practical insight into installing pfSense on your network infrastructure. Let's get going. Let's start by answering the question, what is pfSense? pfSense is a free, customized distribution of FreeBSD. FreeBSD itself is an operating system for a variety of platforms which focuses on features, speed, and stability. It's derived from BSD, the version of Unix developed at the University of California, Berkeley. It is developed and maintained by a large community. You can use pfSense to turn a computer into a full-featured router and firewall. This software was first developed in 2004 as an offshoot of the popular Monowall project. The main difference between pfSense and Monowall is that pfSense is designed for personal computers and servers instead of embedded devices. This allows pfSense to offer more flexibility and features. pfSense is a very flexible and powerful tool that you can easily adapt to numerous applications, from a home router to a firewall for a large corporate network. pfSense is easy to install and maintain. It has a very useful web-based user interface. pfSense also has many features that are usually only found in expensive commercial routers. You can use three types of install media to install pfSense. Optical disk image, that could be ISO image or a CD or DVD disk. This is an easy and familiar choice. Use this option if the target hardware has an optical drive. This is especially useful if the BIOS will not boot from USB. Memstick. This option is similar to the CD-DVD but runs the installation from a USB thumb drive. It's often faster than a CD or DVD. This is very useful with new devices as many of them don't have integrated optical drives, making this the current best recommendation. Serial Memstick. This option is similar to the Memstick image but runs using the serial console rather than VGA for newer embedded systems. pfSense is a very impressive software. Here are some of its key features. pfSense is very robust and it supports a number of great features. This allows you to have a single device that performs all the functions you need at the edge of your network. The downside of this is that all your functions work from a single machine, so it's a single point of failure. To offset this, pfSense also supports high availability, which means that you can group several devices together. One of the most significant benefits is that pfSense is free. You can simply download the software from the website. Although virtualization is supported, you will of course need to spend on the hardware to install the software on. However, all things considered, it is more cost-effective than other solutions. pfSense can be installed on any hardware, which makes it highly flexible and very scalable. pfSense is also highly extensible. It has an energetic and dedicated community behind it. They have built and contributed tons of useful add-ons to the pfSense platform. Most of these add-ons are also completely free. Let's take a look at some use cases where pfSense can prove to be instrumental. pfSense can act as a LAN or WAN router. LAN, as you know, is basically a group of computers and associated devices that share a common communications line or wireless link to a server. A LAN usually consists of devices connected within a closed area like an office or commercial establishment. A WAN is a geographically distributed private telecommunications network that interconnects multiple LANs. For example, in an organization, a WAN may connect multiple branch offices. A router is used to connect a LAN to a WAN. Wireless hotspot or captive portal. pfSense can work as a wireless hotspot. The pfSense appliance has significantly more functionality and configurability than a typical SOHO security appliance. It is also slightly more involved to set up. pfSense offers some great features such as being able to host a Wi-Fi network for guests outside of the main firewall, even using a different public IP to NAT behind. VPN router. You can also configure pfSense as a VPN router. A VPN is used to add security and privacy to private and public networks, like Wi-Fi hotspots and the internet. VPNs are most often used by corporations to protect sensitive data. Firewall. You can configure pfSense as firewall to put rules and other security settings over the private network. A firewall is a network security system that uses rules to control incoming and outgoing network traffic. It acts as a barrier between a trusted and untrusted network. A firewall controls access to the resources of a network through a positive control model. This means that the only traffic allowed onto the network is defined in the firewall policy. All other traffic is denied. DHCP or DNS server. pfSense can act as a DNS server or DHCP server. DHCP is a communications protocol that network administrators use to centrally manage and automate the network configuration of devices attaching to an IP network. It removes the need to manually configure IP addresses and automatically assigns an IP address to a device, even when moving to different locations. DHCP is supported for both IPv4 and IPv6, that is, Internet Protocol version. With the use of DHCP and domain name resolution, all on the firewall, it makes life easier for configuring the network traffic precisely the way you need it.